Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 3 with me, Sid, and you catch me, I am just literally, from the last episode, I've not really done anything at all. I'm just getting prepared for this episode, and I kind of started putting a load of stuff together and thought, you know, some of this is actually stuff we should be doing together. Okay, that's not good, however. Hang on. Chuck you on the floor. We're going to grab you out and do a stack. Okay. Bum. We're going to take you out and do a stack. That's better. We did bring cheese. That's 23. That's nearly a full one. So, yep. And then we've got some of this going on here. So, let me just kind of run some of this. Oh, crap. I need to... I don't want to lose that. Don't want that mortar to despawn. Yeah. Managing inventory, not always my finest moments, it's got to be said. Okay, yeah. Take that. Right, thank you. Anything there? Oh, I've got a spare shovel and I've got a sword. Yeah, it's not too bad then. I think it's only black bronze, but you know, nothing a kick in the chops. As I am fond of saying, let's eat one of those. That will clear some inventory space. Let me get some of this going, and yeah. So today we are going to make a start on the keep. The keep that is going to be the keep. We're never going to combine those, are we? And that's probably nearly gone. Lemons, God, I've got so much food on me and stuff. I don't. Let's just take that for now, and we'll work within the realms of this. So, last episode we did that. We got the foundations laid out. I want to. I really do need to. Let me get rid of those bottles. I need to clear some inventory space because this is going to drive me insane otherwise. Bottles can go, as can that whole torch, because that's useless. If we play this sensible, let me go down here. Sorry about this. I'm completely at ones and twos today. That's, again, one of those little phrases you often hear, isn't it? Ones and twos. So I'm going to keep the cheese. No, I'm not going to keep the cheese. I'm going to place the cheese back in storage because every little bit helps. Right, we got that. I need some carpenter stairs. That's the first thing we're going to need. We're going to need some of this andesite road. And I've decided the castle walls are not going to be constructed with andesite road. They are going to be constructed with, well, sorry, with proper good stone. That should be enough of those. Andesite road we should be able to get a hold of over here. Let me do a little bit of shuffling. Everybody shuffling. Can you believe I actually almost danced to that at my wedding? Yeah, me and the wife and I, if I'm going to be grammatically correct, of course. We actually practiced it. We were going for that particular dance move. Have I not got more of that stuff? Yeah. All right, that'll be fine for now. Yeah, we started learning how to do the shuffling, and we're actually going to do it. Because I'm trying to think. We got married now 5 years ago, coming on, and that's got a hell of a lot of decay. Let's do a trim job. Let's pop you away. There's only 1.9 ounces of it that left actually, so that's going to be gone. Okay, we'll carry that. We'll eat that in the morning, and we'll get on. Yeah, we were going to do that, and it wasn't that long after there was quite a fad at the time for doing stupid wedding dances, first couples dances, and I think it started out with that. There was that viral video of I like big butts, and yeah, Fortunately, we never did that. We never humiliated ourselves quite that much, which was something to be thankful about, I'm sure. Right, did I leave any of those just down here? I want some of these. Also, we can have a look. I don't think much will have changed. The chance that some trees might have grown. Sorry, no. There was a comment on not the last video, but the video before. Was it the video before? Oh, it was anyway. And it was the fact that Lucas always seems to be hanging around the sheep, and I'm saying no more than that. I don't need to say any more than that, I'm sure. But there was aspersions as to Lucas's preferences, shall we say. He likes them whirly. And now every time I walk past, I'm just going to have that mental image. You know, thanks a lot for that. I don't think we've got any more of those. We're going to have to work with what we got and then make some more if we need them. So, carpenter's stairs, nicely going up. Nicely, 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 nicely. And then we can take these things and we can take these all the way up. We're not going to have enough, as we know. We're going to need a few more. What's the recipe for these again? Gravel, andesite, brick and mortar. Okay, this we can do. We need to go over here. We're going to swap that for that, that for that. We're going to get you and go bang. We're going to have a look. Have we got any gravel? Have we got gravel? Gravel? We haven't got any gravel. Okay, andesite gravel. Yeah, so yeah, Lucas is now forever tainted in my mind. Thanks. You know who you are. You're a bad person for putting that mental image there. You're very bad. Nope, stop it. Okay, let me right, what we need some of this gravel, don't we? We need some andesite gravel. We're going to go all 1 and 2 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 1 and like that, and that should give us a bunch of that. That will give us those left. That's fine, because I don't want millions of these. I've got like 64. So yeah, Lucas, he shall forever live with the sheep. We do need to think of some more NPCs as well. Just have wandering around. The mobs don't attack them, so it's not a big problem for us to have this kind of thing going on like this. Right, this is going to come across to here. We'll take you out for now, and we need to take that out there. I think that's probably in the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's it. Oops. Right, what we need probably to do here then is get rid of those temporarily. Get rid of the dirt. Don't waste a jack-o'-lantern, because whilst it's only a jack-o'-lantern, it is still only a jack-o'-lantern. There we go. That takes us up here nicely. Now what I'm thinking is we'll keep it clean coming in here. And then we'll start getting a bit rough as we go in. That's, yeah. Yeah, that didn't sound wrong either. Jesus Christ, that Lucas comment has really made me start seeing double entendres where there are none. Alright, let's move swiftly on, shall we? So we got andesite brick, and we're useless for that, as we know. We can do brick. So if I were to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and like that, and then grab you, then we can do that, and then do a little bit of splitting like that, and that kind of brings us back, and we end up with a whole 24 andesite bricks. Wow. So what we're going to have, well, we're going to have, the towers are going to be very, very plain, and actually what we need to do is on here we need to get the chisel and we need to get the hammer, because what I want to do, and this is going to be awkward, we need to move into detail mode. This is obviously going to be an archer's platform, so I want to go from about here and come all the way through there. Let me just bring these all the way through, and if we need more chisel tech, then we'll need to get more chisel tech. But this is going to be so you got that one, and then we'll do that like that. I don't know whether this will work or not. It could fail horribly. And then down like so, and then this is going to come all the way through like that. This is going to be probably not very accurate. I don't think this is going to be a very good representation of this, but let's see. Then we're going to come up here, and I'm going to come and go 1 2 3 4. So we've got, I'm just trying to see, we've got 1 2 3. So if I want to come to here and go 1 2 1 2 da 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 da, and then the same again, and then maybe one more, and then we can go in. So you can see that you've got this thing going on there. Now the fun one's going to be doing the top, of course, because we've got 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. But then this one's going to 1 2 3 4. All right, certainly looking right, at least as far as being able to, because these things are often, what you had is you had like a slit and then it was angled. Now I don't think, if I were to, we can try, let's try and hit that from over here. Oh, we can. Okay, so that is working absolutely fine and dandy. Now the question then is, do I want to go and come back in 1 2 3 1 2 3 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3? Can maybe go and then I don't know whether we should go in at this point here, go 1 2 3 3 1 2 3 like that, and do da 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 da, and then we can come this one out 1 2 3, and then that goes out 1 2 3, and then that goes out 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. I mean, that's quite a big gap, but it now gives us the field of view to shoot down. Now normally that would be probably about here and then only go up higher on that side. Let me get the next block, because we're going to need to blueprint these as well. We've got the block, we're going to pop that on there, and then we're going to have the top half of that and chisel that in as well. But in this case, I think, where's my hammer? How are we doing for time? Well, we're not going to go as far down this route. We're going to just go out 1 2, and then maybe go out here to here to here. and just have it that kind of height, if that makes any degree of sense whatsoever, as I waffle my way through while chiseling. We also need to think about sleeping and eating, and carefully not taking out any of the pieces of this block that I want to duplicate. Right, quickly sleep. Well, not quickly sleep, quickly eat, then quickly sleep. So this is always, for me, this is always the problem with TFC. It's a mixture. It's very much the same problem I'm having with the Nomad server, to be honest, is with the level of detail we can achieve with the mods. Building a 3x3 guard tower, ground floor, is probably going to take me as long as it would normally take me to construct a normal build, a normal build. That's the word I'm looking for, and it is exactly the word I'm looking for. You see there, that's good. Okay, so that's going through all the way to there. Now what did we do here? That went through all the way to 2 in. 1, 2, bang, bang. Let's take you back here like that. And then, oh, we'll probably need to place these as well if we're going to get away with this, because otherwise it's going to look a bit odd. I think that's going to be back to there. What's going on here then? That, I think, is going to go through like that, and then that will go through like that, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4 all the way. Yeah, that's fine. And then you've got that goes like that, all the way back to there. Chiseling with Sid. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, I think that is our archery slits, which are very big archery slits. I will be the first to admit that they are huge archery slits, but they are archery slits, and they give us a field of view which goes down, up. We've got plenty of thing we can angle around and see out that way. It's a little bit difficult to, yeah, but you can see out that way. We can see a much wider field of view than if that went straight through. You imagine we would be able to see that. There would be probably to there and to there. And similarly, you wouldn't get the down view and up view. So we need to blueprint that, and we need to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This side is simple because it won't have archery slits. And then this side is going to be a doorway, so that's nice and easy as well. And then we repeat that on this side, and we run out of bricks, but that's fine because we have got lots of bricks. Well, we've got lots of andesite brick, and we've got the capability of, let me just stuff those on there, bang, and then we can do that, and then we can do that, and then there's that, and then there is that, and that should leave us with 1 and some mortar and a whole load of bricks. But I think we're probably going to need another shovel. I think that's a given before we get this particular build done. But first things first, blueprints. Blueprints. Oh, bananas. Yeah. You know what, I can't be bothered to harvest bananas this year. I've got more food at the moment than I know what to do with. Now that's going to obviously only be the first floor of the tower. So these towers are probably going to go 2, maybe 3 tall. Then we'll have a wall which will be a similar height, but will overhang. So that's the next thing we need to think about. And obviously then you've got all of this going around here, which needs some structure. Let me go and get some blueprints materials, and I will be right back. Alright, we've got some blueprints, usual thing, marking and paper, but we've got lots of that thanks to all those sugar canes we did. I need to refresh my memory how this damn thing works, because it's, you know, been a day since I last did it. So here we go, we take that, name it bottom, done. So that's bottom. And then we can jump around here, and if we took you into detail mode, and then we went bang. Damn it. It didn't rotate, did it? Ah. Does it? Right, do we need to rotate it or what? How does this work? Bang. No, I don't. Okay, cancel. What if I do it that way? Is that going to work? Or am I going to have to do each one of these by hand? I really hope I don't. Well, I might have to do every single one by hand, because these two will be, you know, facing out, so yeah, no, that's not going to work. Let me just double check, see if there's a way you can rotate those, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, the answer is it appears that you can't do that. So yeah, hard way, I'm afraid. It's not the end of the world. It's pretty damn close. Alright, so I need to do this one, and I need to do this one by hand. I can blueprint it across on the other side, that is not a problem. So that's going to go all the way up to there, and then I need to do the one that's facing that way on the other side of the castle wall. So let me just work on those. I'm going to then try and get a floor in then work on the next layer, and I can obviously blueprint these and move them up as well, so that's not a problem. It's just I can't rotate them. Now there is an add-on, it's experimental alpha or release. I don't know whether it's for the current build, which allows you to do all of that. I don't have it, to be honest. I don't use them often enough that I want to take the chance with an alpha, or, you know, relatively untested add-on. So yeah, so I'm not gonna. It's very, very simple. I ain't gonna. But this won't take too long. So let me get these done. I would hope to actually get the 2 towers done, but I don't think. Well, I'll see. I might just push through and get them finished off, just so we can move on next episode. Yeah, back in a moment. Alright, I'm rattling along. I've only done, now let me show you what I've done. I've done this one, and I've done this one as just the old little keyhole shape without flaring it. Now I could just flare it one, so it gets that little bit wider. Because I'm a little bit concerned that this one is flared too much. This one is hugely flared and very detailed. For one, it's a pain to do, and 2, it's a pain to do, and for 3, yeah, you guessed it, it's a pain to do. Let me just change you back into stair mode. So the underside of here we're going to do in the usual, this is a fairly tried and tested technique for doing castle wall sections for me, with the added bonus of carpenter's blocks, which just break like they're made out of butter. They're so nice. And we're starting to get a strape of the keep now. I haven't done anything on this side because I don't really know how I'm going to bridge it over yet. I've put a little bit of the, you can see the odd bit of gabbro rock in there, which is varying this up a little bit as well. And if we quickly, before we sleep, you'll see that this area in here is lit, and that's because there's a carpenter's block there with a jack-o'-lantern underneath it, which will repeat on the other side. What I could do from you guys is really an opinion. Do we go with do we go with that, where we just have the straight, very traditional looking archer's window? Do we have the more flared one? Do we try a halfway house? I mean, I can try it. It's not going to break the bank to do it. It's just a couple of stone and a little bit of chisel. Let me just show you what I mean. So if I were to go back into detail mode, and come back here and go and just do this one, go 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 and 4, 1 2 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 1 2 3 4. So we're just getting quite literally 2 3 and 4, 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 3 4. So while I'm just finishing off this bit without doing, you know, an episode of counting with Sid, 2 3 4, 2 3 4, that's right, yeah. I want to talk about where we're going with the series, because I've spoken several times about 1 2 3 about the where we go next, and talking about looking at what am I looking for? Oh god, I can't see. It's not that one, it is that one. 2 3. I really can't see what the hell's going on here. Hang on a sec. Concentrating and building at the same time, not always necessarily a good move. There we go. I think that's right, isn't it? Yes. So I spoke about the possibility, so that would be what we can do there with a slightly less flared one. And the possibility that I spoke of was obviously looking at things like TerraFirmaCraft. Starting over now, it has been suggested that starting over would be grind. Now, I actually, as much as you may be surprised, I do not mind grind. I actually quite enjoy starting a new series because, you know, you're back, you can start. There's something very satisfying about getting your first copper tools. There's something less satisfying about making your third set of red steel tools. Does that make sense? I'm sure it does. Maybe not. But you know, you make your copper tools for the first time, and you've got that, and it's great, and you feel like you've achieved something. And you make your first set of red steel tools for the first time, and it's great, and you feel like you've achieved something. And then you come to start having to make more red steel, to make more red steel things. And oh, hang on, why are you interesting? It does not want to. I mean, a place there doesn't want to place there. Doesn't. It's not a problem. Just a bizarre thing. So. Yeah, part of me, there's that little bit of me that goes, oh my god, not more grind, no, please, no. And then there's that little bit of me that goes, yeah, I actually don't mind starting over. Starting over can be fun. You get new features, new things to play with. And so that's not a problem for me. But what is a problem for me is when to end this series. I'd like to finish this off now because we started it and started soul finish, That gives us the opportunity to get the armory in and the various bits and pieces, but I think you can get a feel for, let's just head up on here, see whether you can get a feel for what we're going for. See, I'm not sure, I think I like that better than the other one, and it's certainly a damn sight easier to cut, so that may be the way we go. It's a pretty straightforward fort. We could put we could do something up there, and we probably will do, just to you know, make it look different. But on the whole, I am happy with that. Let me think about food. But it is going to take a while. It's going to take a lot of resources and, you know, and time. So my plan is simply this. I'm going to start a new season of TerraFirmaCraft in the new year. January 2017 will be the start of season 17. Season 4. Season 17, yeah, you're wishful thinking there, mate. Yeah, so that is my plan. We've got some we've got Gabbro. Let's take Gabbro color. Let's just try something here, and we will finish this season obviously before that, and we will hopefully have a resolution on this as well. Now, I wonder, could we get away, just as a thought, could we get away with hanging, hang on, can't get up that way, hanging things from here? So if we were to get some of those copper lanterns, and, or would we just do that? Let me go and have a, I suppose we could take out 1, 2, 3 and just leave that as a too high support there. Let's just have a look. If I were to go 1, 2 and then 1, 2, and was it 2 or 3 on that side? It was 2. Let's just go and have a look without that. Nothing can spawn on those, so things. So yeah, that is my plan. New year, new season, irrespective of where we are. Don't like. I don't dislike. It just looks too much grey on grey. It needs something else. So we'll have a think about that. But let me know what you think about the archery slits, and we'll continue this next episode. Apologies, I haven't got as much done as I would have liked, but lots to talk about, lots to think about. So yeah, gravity. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.